You have to remember that these people that are staring at you when you're recording are not staring at you like, oh, what is she doing, or why is she recording herself? It's like, oh, what's she doing? Like, they're just looking out of curiosity. You would too. I would too. It helps so much with your confidence as well. If you're thinking about paying somebody for a promo, don't. Hate comments, I laugh at them. You're projecting how you feel about yourself on other people. So you think I'm gonna listen to you? If you hate me, why are you watching me? You taking notes, babe? Hey guys, I wanted to do a sit down video about what it's really like being a content creator. I don't want to say YouTuber because most of this goes with every platform, but y'all know that my main platform is YouTube. I posted on my spam a couple weeks ago, actually, before I took my break, that I was gonna film this video and to give me like topics to touch on. So I'm gonna do that. Y'all are gonna get the tea. Not too much tea because I don't want YouTube to be like, shadow ban her. I don't want that. So I'm gonna keep it cute. My goal at the end of this video for you is to get just a better understanding of what it's like on this end of the camera, on this end of the screen, because it's not all rainbows and ponies and butterflies. It's not as easy as it looks by any means. There's more that goes into this than that meets the eye. I don't know if I'm saying that right. There's more that goes into this that meets the eye, I think. Y'all know what I'm saying. So I wrote them down in my notes, like we are about to get into it. And I have so much to tell y'all and just cover that this is gonna be a two-part video. Nosy subscribers and people just being in your business. When you're a content creator, the only difference between me and you is I record my life and I upload it on the internet. That is it. We're all still human beings. And I'm gonna speak for myself. If I say I'm just talking about YouTubers, but not anyone in specific. I'm just saying. Our viewers sometimes feel obligated to know every detail of your life. Let's put it this way. If it was you and you was just living your own life, putting whatever you want to put on the internet and leaving whatever you want to leave off the internet, and these strangers that you don't know expect you to answer certain questions or say certain things, oh, what happened to this person, or oh, like very intrusive questions, or even not intrusive, but just questions that you choose not to answer, it wouldn't feel very good and you wouldn't want to say anything. Also, I know that some people are like, okay, but you say this on the internet, you put your business out there, so obviously we're gonna ask. Like, okay, I mean, just because I put out something doesn't mean that I need to put out 100% of it and let y'all know everything about it. Like, I just had to say that because I know somebody gonna try to say that. It's not, it don't matter. You guys only see a very, very small percentage of people's lives on the internet. It's the internet. Only what content creators want you to see is what you're gonna see. If a content creator chooses to make their relationship public and share it with you guys, you don't need to expect for them to tell you everything that you ask or don't ask just because it's public, or just because a portion of the relationship or anything is public. I get to choose what I want to be private in my life, and no matter what anybody says, asks, comments, DMs, anything, I'm not gonna change that just because some strangers are asking for my business. You know, it does get kind of frustrating, not kind of, very, and it kind of scares creators into sharing less because they just know what's coming if you do share something like a relationship. Now, I choose to make my relationship public. It's not that public. Y'all see Twinbay every once in a while, or I'll post him when I'm with him on my spam, or like he'll be in a video every once in a while. But y'all, other than that, don't know much. Like, you guys see how we interact, that's good. But if anyone were to ask me, oh, like, I don't know, some intrusive ass question, like, have y'all done the do? Like, why are you even asking? Like, there's just certain things that I'm like, why are you even why would you ask me that if you were right in front of my face? If not, then don't ask me online, because it's the same thing. Managing time between content creating and real life. As a content creator, a full-time content creator, you have your own schedule. You make your own schedule. So for me, I'll say, okay, this day I'm gonna be filming. The next day I'm gonna be editing. The next day I'm gonna do, like, I plan out what I wanna do with content, and then the rest of the days I can do whatever I want. There are not many days that I don't really do anything with content. It's kind of like a gray line because for a lot of creators, real life is also part of their job. So it does get tricky and you do kind of get lost in it sometimes. But for me, I just took a month off of YouTube to focus on my personal life. I was practicing becoming more in tune with myself, spending a lot of time and just supporting Twinbay, because if you guys don't know, he just got called up to the big leagues, and that's a big thing. That is a huge accomplishment. So I knew that, okay, I'm not gonna be posting because I'm focused on this. This is the present. I don't know, I just like stepping away because it prevents you from getting into a very deep hole. Why is it hard for YouTubers to be consistent? I'm gonna be real, I'm not a consistent YouTuber. I'm working on it. I really do want to, but it's harder than it looks. Like, honestly, time, first of all, flies. I'll post a video. This is what happens when I go like 2 weeks without posting. I'll post a video, I'm reading the comments, whatever. Next day, I'm like, ooh, like still fresh, new video. And then I get comfortable and I'm like, oh, I just posted a video a couple days ago. Like, I don't need to film anything. And then it just, the days pile up, and then out of nowhere, it's 2 weeks later. And you're like, I haven't posted a video in 2 weeks. Like, it literally happens just like that, for me at least. Consistency is key for a successful YouTube channel, or at least for growing your channel. Consistency is definitely key. I was definitely way more consistent in school, which doesn't make sense, but in school when I was growing, because the algorithm picks up on that. It's like, oh, okay, and puts you on recommended. I don't really know where I was going with that. I'm just kind of telling you, consistency is very important. There's just a lot of pressure too. Like, I am my biggest critic. Everybody is their own biggest critic. But when I post a video and it's been a couple days and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna film now? I put so much pressure on myself to make my video better than my last video. That's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because I'm so hard on myself and the content that hasn't even been filmed yet. I'll be like, oh, I could do this, but like, I'm like that. It's so bad. I'm a quality over quantity girl, and if I don't think my video is gonna be good quality or like a good concept, I'm not gonna upload it. There have been so many videos, y'all don't even know how many videos I have filmed, maybe even edited and just scrapped, and you're like, no, I don't like it. So them little 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I go without posting, most of the time it's not me being lazy sitting on my ass somewhere. It's me working on a video, finding out I don't like it, and then getting stressed out like, okay, now what? And it just I have hiccups. Is it hard to make friends with people who aren't content creators? Really? Like, hiccups with a talking video? Okay, this is gonna take 2 times longer. Well, for me, it's not hard to make friends, but it is something that I kind of think twice about if they don't create content, because clout chasers are a real thing, and there's even clout chaser creators, a lot of them. But I'm pretty intuitive and I'm pretty good at reading people out. Actually, I don't know, people be putting on a front, okay, and then when you see the real, anyway. It's easier to make content creator friends because you already have something in common, and you already have something that you can talk about and work on, not together, but just like, oh, I'm editing this video, like, what are you doing? Or like, I don't know how to do this on Final Cut, can you help me out? Like, stuff like that is very helpful. It's gonna piss me off. Oh my god. Yeah, stuff like that is very helpful, but when you have a friend that doesn't create content, I personally don't, first of all, have a lot of friends in general, but second, I have 2 very good friends that are not content creators, and they support me, and that is the #1 thing. If you don't have to be interested in what I do, or we don't have to talk about it, but support is a very big thing in friendship, and I have that support from my non-creator friends, and that's why they are my friends. It's not the friends that aren't creator friends. Well, I'm not speaking for myself, because I personally will probably put my non-creator friends on my channel at some point, but not as heavily as I would a content creator friend. I'm never doing that again though. I don't like how much my content used to revolve around other creators. I want my platform to be my platform. Okay, this is Alyssa's videos. Like, it's not, I'm coming on here for this other creator. Like, that fucks with your views, and it's just not good to heavily put another creator on your platform. I learned that the hard way, I'm gonna be honest, but I learned. How do people treat you? Acquaintances, friends, family, etc. I could honestly go way back to like high school. Because in high school, when I started, I wasn't really consistent and I was just posting because I liked posting. And that was like a different year. That was like junior year. And I was still friends with people. And senior year, between junior and senior year was COVID for me. And the first quarter of senior year, I went online. Most of you guys know. If you've watched my other videos, just ignore the fucking hiccups, please. I'm so tired of repeating myself. Y'all don't even know how many, because I'm editing it out. But I'm literally, every time I hiccup and talk, I have to repeat the same fucking sentence, and it's annoying as hell. Anyway, yeah, the first 9 weeks I was online, and that was when I was really blowing up. Like, I was starting to pull in views and gain subscribers. And I don't know if that intimidated people. I don't know if people were just hating. I don't know. I ain't do shit to them. But people started talking shit. What the fuck is there to talk shit about? Oh, I don't know. But then I came back to school and all I heard was, oh, hey Hollywood, hey Miss TikTok. You thought you ate? Like, get out of my face. Like, I hated that stuff so much. I hated it. But that was like the acquaintance part of it. Like, people would just kind of just low-key hate and try to make jokes about it. Friends, if you aren't supportive of me and very clearly supportive of me, we're not friends. All of my friends are very supportive and they treat me very well. They treat me like a human being. And when it's time to talk content, they're supportive and they help as much as they can. Even my non-creator friends help me, like give me ideas or just talk about content. Marissa specifically is one of my non-creator friends. She helps me so much with that. Like, she'll talk to me like, oh, I seen this video starting to blow up, like you should do this. Or, oh, I found this new girl on YouTube and she's blowing up really fast. Like, I just looked at her videos, like you should do something like this. Or like, she helps me with my content and I really like that. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't have any non-supportive friends. Family, so it depends. My immediate family, supportive as fuck. My mom has been supportive since the jump. My dad, also supportive. I was literally filming YouTube videos at age like 10 on his tablets. Like, he knew, he knew what was coming. My brother, of course, he watches my videos. Even when we lived together, he would hear me filming a video in my room, 2 rooms over. I would edit it the same day, post it, and then he would watch it and I would hear it in the other room. Like, he was very supportive of it. And then of course he started getting in my videos and was even more supportive, of course. But when we get outside of that immediate family, I would say on different sides of the family is different amounts of support. I'm closer with my mom's side of the family and they are all 100% supportive. Like, they are so interested in it and they like ask me questions, like especially the older ones that don't know. Like, I'll explain like, oh, how do you make money? And I'll be like, oh, it's the ads. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. Like, they're very like supportive. My dad's side, they are all supportive too. They bought my merch and I don't know if they watch, I know some of them watch my videos. But when we get out of like the parents of parents and then it's just like extra family, like, you know, like uncles and like great cousins and all them, I don't know, but I know some of my family on the other side. I'm trying to tread lightly because I know they watch my videos, but I'm just being real. I can kind of sense like the energy that I got from people from high school. I sense the same thing from certain family members because they do and say the same things that the people in school did. And I've seen this before. I know, I know. Like, some, I don't want to say who exactly, but I went to like a family dinner and before I could even sit down, somebody was like, hey, big money. I don't like that. I don't. Like, I'm Alyssa. I'm not, what does that have to, like, I could get if you're like joking or whatever, but I'm not stupid. Like, I know who's joking, who's not, and like, that wasn't the first time that they said that. So it's not funny anymore. I don't know, like stuff like that. But I would say some family treats me a little bit different, or people will expect me to like pay for shit. Like, my old friend group, sorry, I'm sorry. Anyway, my old friend group, I paid for everything. I went for that shit. I don't know why. I don't go for that shit no more. But I used to, because I'm thinking you guys are my friends. Like, we up. No, obviously they took my kindness for weakness and took advantage, but I was literally paying for everything. I don't like that shit. And I don't like when family does the same thing. Expect, oh, you're grown now, you have money, so now you can buy everybody Christmas gifts. I haven't talked to you in you wasn't gonna buy me a gift. You know you weren't. So why now we doing? I don't know. It's just certain stuff I'm like, I'm not stupid. And I'm very protective of my energy, and I'm very in tune with my gut and intuition, and I can see right through people, especially family, because I could see how you treated me before I was on social media, and then after. I'm like, creator friends and drama. I try my very hardest to stay out of drama because that shit is so childish. Like, y'all are really on the internet. I don't do that shit. Now, what I will do if it comes to that is defend my name, but never in a disrespectful way, and I'll never talk shit or like just make snarky comments. I'm always gonna be like, look, this is what it is. Like, I'm not with this childish shit. Like, I'll say it how it is, and that's how I am with anything, with people in real life or with people over the internet. When I'm in a disagreement with somebody, I will lay everything out and be like, look, like, I'm very straight up, I'm very mature for my age, and I'm able to tell it how it is without coming off as disrespectful or drama. Like, I don't do that. I don't like tea pages at all. Like, whoever's behind that tea page, and I'm talking any tea pages, you're just waiting for like focus on yourself. I don't know, I don't understand. I will never understand. The minute you start focusing on yourself is the minute, I promise you, you will glow from the inside out. So the fact that people don't do that, it really pisses me off, because then they try to drag me into it, and I'm like, focus on yourself. What are you doing? Like, why do you care? Just because I'm an influencer, now I'm on this fucking page? Like, I'll fall out with a friend or something, and then boom, I'm on the fucking page. It's normal. Friends outgrow each other all the time. The only difference is this friendship was online, and now you could see it. It's just, it's really annoying. I focus on myself, and that is why I'm so happy, and my mental health is so good. The people that are so filled with drama are miserable because you're not focused on yourself, and that's negativity. Like, if you're negative, you're gonna attract negative no matter what. And if you're being positive, saying positive, thinking positive, you're going to attract that back to you. So drama is in the negative. I don't do that. No negativity over here, babe. We're good. How do you not get so obsessed with numbers? It's hard because YouTube is so up and down when it comes to numbers. It's not consistent, it's not stable. Especially with money. Money fluctuates every single month. Every month you're making a different amount. You could make like $5,000 one month and then $15,000 the next. Like, it's literally like this. It's hard to not get in that, but again, I'm very positive, and I manifest. So if I have a lower month, I'm like, okay, next month's gonna be better. And it is. Like, you have to think outside of the numbers. Let the numbers do their thing. If you know what you are meant to be doing, if you know this is your path, you know that you're gonna be good, don't trip over a bad month or a bad video. Like, oh, I spent so much time on this video and it only got like 50K views for me. That 50K is not a lot for me. I probably, like, what, a couple months ago would have been like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to, like, I would have freaked out. But now I'm like, okay, they didn't like it, next. So I perfected that. I'm not perfected, but I'm pretty good at not getting looped up in the numbers. I would like to say it's very peaceful because that is stressful. When you stress about numbers, that is not a good feeling, and it makes you kind of fall out of love with YouTube, and it makes you kind of lose that passion. If you have a channel and you're on YouTube for the right reasons, not for the money or for the clout, if you're on here because you have a passion, which is me, it doesn't matter what the numbers say, because I love filming and uploading, and I love creating content and being creative and editing, like making everything. I like doing that. So it doesn't matter if I spent hella time on a video and it didn't do as good as I wanted, because I'm like, everything happens for a reason. Like, I'm very just optimistic. And when you're optimistic and just positive, it works in your favor, I promise. How did you get over the fear of filming in public and being comfy on camera? I first started off recording in stores that I knew weren't gonna be super busy. Like, I would go to a CVS with my mom and like record. Or I would go into an aisle that I know that nobody's in, and I'll kind of talk quietly, or like just be like, oh, like, you have to remember that my mom actually told me this, and since my mom told me this, I've never been overly scared to film in public. These people that are staring at you when you're recording are not staring at you like, oh, what is she doing, or why is she recording herself? It's like, oh, what's she doing? Like, they're just looking out of curiosity. You would too. I would too. If I was not a creator and I wasn't used to this and I saw somebody recording in the store, I'd be like, oh, that's cool, she has a YouTube channel. And that's what most people think. Now, if you're from a small town and that's not very normal, I've heard a lot of that too. Fuck it, it's 2022. I'm sorry that you're not used to seeing this, but get used to it because shit has changed around here, okay? It helps so much with your confidence as well. When you can successfully go out in public and record and not give a fuck about what is going on around you and who's looking at you, your confidence rises with that too. My confidence has definitely increased so much ever since I started filming in public, and my mom always will help too. Now, if you're scared to film in public by yourself, which I still can be sometimes depending on the scenario or situation, film around your friends or bring family around with you. Like, I got really comfortable filming around my mom and my brother and like Aria, so I'd bring them. We would film at Walmart, and just people are not staring at you in a hating way. Even if they were, I don't give a I don't care. I'm making more money than you probably. I'm sorry, if that's probably rude, but like, I'm just saying, like, it's not a bad thing. They're most likely not looking at you like, what is she doing? It's like, oh, like curiosity, you know? How do you stay motivated? Sometimes it's harder than other times, but I'm gonna be honest, you guys are my #1 motivators because I can put myself in your shoes and be like, if my favorite YouTuber posted right now, I would be so happy. And I would get up and go film a video. It's that simple. I just bit my lip and now there's like chap. Finna rub it in my rug. No one's ever gonna see that again. Anyway, that's gross. I don't do that often. I'm just not getting up. I'm not gonna wipe on my table. Anyway, yeah, you guys are really my #1 motivator. Self-discipline is also a really big factor in motivation because you can be inspired / motivated to do something and still not because you're letting your brain override and just tell you, no, just sit on the couch, just watch more YouTube or just go on TikTok. Like, it's so easy to fall into that. But when I am falling into that and I can see that, I'm like, I know that they want another video. And they get so excited when I post videos and it makes me so happy. Like, reading the comments is literally my favorite thing to do. Reading comments and DMs, the best part about being a creator, literally, for me. Because I'm hearing what you guys have to say and your feedback and how you feel about me and my videos, and I love it. Like, I love the feedback. That's how I stay motivated, but it's different for everybody. What do you use to make your thumbnails and tips on making it stand out? So I'm gonna make a separate video, but I'm not sure when, so I'll at least tell you the app that I use. I use Fonto and PixArt. I'll either use both or just Fonto. PixArt gives you more like room and like flexibility to move around like pictures, and it's easier to do the layout on PixArt, but it's also depending on how many pictures or what I want the thumbnail to look like, I'll use Fonto instead. It really just depends. But Fonto is what I use for my thumbnails because the text is so good. Like, you can literally use any fonts, you can make them colorful and all this stuff, you can add everything. So those are the 2 apps that I use to make my thumbnails, but I do want to make a video on like how I actually do them and like walk you through one of my thumbnails because I would like to pat myself on the back. I think I do pretty good with thumbnails and I've definitely gotten a lot better within the past few months, but you only go up from here. Is promoting my channel through other people worth it? No. Promoting your channel through other people's channels is like promos and you're paying somebody to tell their followers to follow you. That's not authentic, and if they follow you and they don't like your content, you have all these followers and not the same amount of views, and it just hurts your algorithm. You have to grow authentically. Consistency is really key, I'm telling you. Just keep posting. Eventually, you're gonna hit. Eventually, it's gonna happen. And it'll feel better too, knowing that you grew all these subscribers, followers, whatever other platform, they're all called followers, but you know, on your own. Then you get to save some coin. Like, just don't do it, please don't. If you're thinking about paying somebody for a promo, don't. I wish that I didn't have to say this right now because now I'm hurting my own pockets because people do be paying me for promos. But if you're trying to grow on YouTube specifically, do not pay nobody to promote your YouTube channel for you. Do the work yourself and it'll pay off eventually. If this is what is meant for you, this is meant to pop off, it will. Dealing with hate, I don't deal with hate. Honestly, I really do have a very positive supporter base and I'm very thankful for that because I really don't get hate comments like a lot of other influencers do. I like to say I'm very unproblematic, though I don't really have a lot to hate about me. I don't know if I said that right, but like, there's not much to hate, and if there is a hate comment, you're miserable. That's it. You're projecting how you feel about yourself on other people. So you think I'm gonna listen to you? Like, you really think I'm gonna listen to you? Hate comments, I laugh at them, because I either laugh at them depending on how mean they are. If they're really mean, I laugh, because it's like, first of all, you watching me. If you hate me, why are you watching me? You taking notes, babe. What are you doing? If you hate me, why are you even taking the time out of your day to comment? Oh, I know, because you're trying to make me feel bad about myself the way you feel bad about yourself. No, misery loves company. If you feel some type of way about yourself, if you're insecure, if you're sad, if you just have these negative feelings about yourself, you're gonna try to pull other people down with you. Not over here, baby. Okay, now there's a difference between hate and constructive criticism. If there's something that needs to come to my attention, you guys are really good at being respectful about it. Like, when I first moved in here and I went grocery shopping, I used to eat so unhealthy, and I had so much unhealthy, no fruits and vegetables up in that cart, no nothing. And there were some hate comments like, you eat so bad, you're so unhealthy, blah blah. Okay, you didn't have to say it like that, but okay, you're right, but like, chill. Now my supporters are like, hey girl, you should add more fruits into your diet, it helps with this, or it, you know, like, give reason behind it. Not reason, but like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a way that you can say something if you really feel like it needs to be said. But if you're just saying shit just to say shit and just to be mean, most of the time you don't even have a profile picture. What do you do? Come on. It is hard for some people to have that mindset, but it really takes practice, because in the beginning when I got hate comments, I used to cry. Now that I understand, it's like, no, it's not me, it's you, babe. So that's it for part 1. I have another set of topics for part 2 that I think are a little bit better. Like, I think we did some good, you know, there's some truth in this video, but part 2 is also really good. So if you like this video, definitely stay tuned for part 2. Unless it's already out, then go ahead and watch that next. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a better perspective on what it's really like. I love you guys, and I'm seriously so thankful for this platform and my amazing supporters. Like, you guys are seriously amazing. Y'all are so positive, and you love unconditionally, and I love it. Like, anytime I meet you guys in person, y'all are the sweetest, and you radiate this like energy, and I love it. You guys are just the best. Like, I seriously love you guys. So thank you for watching my videos and supporting me and checking on me when I go ghost on y'all. Like, I'm working on it, but I really do think I got it down, because my mindset is a lot better and a lot more positive and just clearer, so nothing can get in my way. But I love you, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye. Thinking about them nights I would've really been with you.